Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 3 Ashes of Ariandel. Thank you to whoever told me that the running L1 for the Croquills is that cool Yoshimitsu Pogo attack that I was hoping would make it into the moveset. We're gonna play around with these today.
I've seen your kind, time and time again. Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach for the agony that you'll bring upon yourself.
That sounds like it might be a little bit of commentary. What? Don't let him heal. His heal animation takes quite a long time. It sounds like he might be making a little commentary on the obsessiveness of the community. It wouldn't be anything new either. That was kind of the running gag of the pendant.
I swore an oath, but I have failed you, lady.
Okay, so we get the contraption key from him and an onyx blade, which is the greatsword that he was using. Elfried, the eldest among her sisters and leader of the Sable Church, bestowed the sword to her knight. Only the sword was a farewell gift, and acceptance signified the knight's resignation from Elfried's service. And its weapon art is another one of these intermittently popping up black flames. Interesting. And where's that contraption key? There we go. The key to the contraption leading to the attic of the archive found on the edge of the Corvian settlement. After Sir Vilhelm led a white-haired woman to the attic of the library, he kept this key as if it were his life. So, we got the Black Flame showing up again. He escorted some white-haired woman to the attic, which we'll be unlocking. And we have another reference to the Sable Church, and in fact, Vilhelm was serving the eldest sister and the leader of the Sable Church. We're actually finally starting to go a few places. Let me take a quick look around before we head upstairs to the attic. I don't think there's anything else in Wilhelm's room that we could be missing, but always good to double check. Okay, so let's see who or what he led up here. Over here to the right, you'll note that there is a spot for an elevator that will be taken back later. There is a locked gate, locked from the other side, and a way out, but there's also a woman in here.
I believe I feel the scent of ash upon thee. Thou art the one of whom Uncle Gale spoke, the one to show me flame. "'Tis good. When this is done, may I return. The door is open thanks to thee. 'Tis good. I'll head off to paint. I promised Uncle Gale I would. 'Tis good. The door..."
So let's take a stroll out here, get a nice vista. You can actually see the rope bridge and the little chapel from there. Yeah, over on the left. So Gale, we have a name for the guy in the cleansing chapel that kicked this DLC off, telling us to show his lady a flame. His lady being another ashen one. Also, we drop down here, and yeah, it turns out that this gate that was locked from the other side, it's so completely pointless. Well, we have another bonfire out here. I think this is the last one of the DLC. And I think I'm gonna go back to the shrine bonfire just real quick, because there are a couple new things to do down there. I want to burn the champion's bones, and I want to talk to Yuria. Because now that we know the Sable Church is involved, maybe Yuria will have something new for us.
Our lord and rightful liege, thy scent seemeth most familiar. A sweet fragrance long faded from our own bosoms. My lord, how this came to pass I know not, but take heed. Kindness can wear upon one's principles. Oh Lord, and I pray.
Yeah, okay. So that first little bit, I'm pretty sure that is new dialogue. It's not too revealing yet, but there is a lot more from her later on once we finish the last boss of the DLC. We're gonna head back to the Snowy Pass now. But the last couple of minutes have been pretty huge with the connection that we just made. The Sable Church is the Church of Londor, the Land of Hollows. Remember, the church is led by a group of sisters, one of them being Yuria back there, the one who set you off on the usurpation of Fire Ending and serves Koth, the primordial serpent who wants to bring about the Age of Dark. We're now finding out about another one of the sisters who led the Sable Church of Londor, Elfried, who's apparently going to be a major player in this DLC. So now things are starting to go somewhere. Now we're starting to get beyond the kind of mundane, oh, is it the painted world? What kind of connection to Ariamis does this have? That kind of rote thing that's a little bit too frequent throughout the Dark Souls sequel lore, of just trying to tie places back to places from Dark Souls 1. We're starting to get into some interesting territory that ties back to the plot of the main game. Let's see, this guy's gonna come over a little bit. You don't want to follow. He'll patrol behind the cliff here. You don't want to follow him all the way back there. He did trigger him anyway. That's why. Let's try and do something cool. Yeah. Oh, that didn't kill. I think I just maybe stomped his head a little bit. Oh yeah, the dude with the javelin and the shield is waiting just around the corner for you to follow the patrol with the torch. This roof that you can get up onto right above the bonfire is not too useful right now. If you're quick enough, or if you're patient enough to wait for the torch guy to patrol back, you can use it to get a plunging attack on him, but aside from that, no reason to go up on the roof right now. This area is quite big, and it's really confusing. They also just spam enemies at you in here. It's kind of fucked. To the point where if you're coming through this for the first time, it's... oh man, you're gonna get surrounded by so many enemies on every different branch of the path. I don't think this fireball is going to be able to reach him, but let's try. No, so I'm going to have to head up and around. There should be one more javelin dude over the hill. Yeah, you're getting up. And I think I can use the tree to line of sight the javelin and then just get up in his face. Like so. Oh, I'm so happy you don't have a shield. You would be much more annoying. Kind of tackling this out of order, but I think I actually like the order that I'm doing this in. Oh, that running L1 is super good. I like it way more than the regular leap attack. These crow claws, they are turning out to be my favorite weapon of the DLC. Holy shit, he threw that javelin at me so hard he fell off the cliff. That complicates this a little bit. Because what I wanted to do was take out the pincer attack of Torch Bros and then throw a fireball at him while he was up on the cliff chucking javelins down at me. But now, okay, that works. I get to do that. Normally what I do is I go through that small valley, and there's this pincer of torch guys on either side, plus the javelin bro up top, raining pointy things down at you. Which is one of the better encounters in this area. I'm not a big fan of the Snowy Pass, just because they kind of thoughtlessly spam stuff at you. If you're too close to that tree, when you knock it over, you will somehow get caught by like a little explosion and you'll take a little bit of damage and get knocked back. So don't run up at it while you're kicking it over. That leads us to an elevator. That brings us right back down to where we started today, in the attic. And this is really the only use for being up on the church, is as a shortcut back to the bonfire or back up here to the hills. This ramp over to the left is gonna split off into a path forward. Also, this bell is a really important geographical feature of this area. It's one of the very, very few landmarks you get here. So if you're ever kind of getting lost and confused with how winding this area is, look for the bell to try to orient yourself. Oh, this dude's wielding the follower's saber. Oh, right, I have to go back for the follower's saber, because going back down to the depths of the painting, where we fought the champion's grave tender and the wolf, that area, there's one of the branches that you can fall onto that actually is the follower's saber that I missed, so I have to go back for that just a little bit down the line. And I have to deal with falling down on the branches again. Fuck. So far, this area's been kind of nice to me. This can be a real hellhole. It's not... Oh, I love doing this. That is the weapon art for the claws. These enemies do not have the stamina to withstand that whole barrage. So you just hit them once with it, you don't clang off their shields. And if they start blocking, you'll break their guard, get a guard break critical attack. If they aren't blocking, then you'll just kill them outright. Works super well. I'm gonna do it again against this guy. The only bad thing about that is once you hit the L2 to start that weapon art up, you are committed to that for a long time. You cannot roll cancel out of it or do anything about it. So it's easy to get yourself in trouble. But yeah, I was saying, it's not uncommon to wind up fighting like 5 or 6 followers at once if you make a tiny little mistake. What the fuck? I just kind of fell down and then got hit by a couple different things. Also, we get the super fun Millwood Great Arrows coming at us again. Before I continue on that obvious snowdrift that's gonna fall away beneath your feet, I'm gonna come up this ramp on the right. And we're gonna rain down a couple fireballs, because this guy with the stone hammer is waiting to ambush you. And this is not an ideal place to try to fight him, but it's a lot better than him coming down and joining the fight later on. Yeah, it's a lot better than having him join the party, because there's a pretty rough patch coming up down at the bottom of the snowbank. Oh, that's where his body went, I think. A little bit of large Titanite. Somebody said something in the comments for one of the last few videos that made the small upgrade material drops make a little bit more sense. They're probably throwing baby Titanite at you early on to make sure that you have enough lesser upgrade materials to pump up some of the new DLC weapons. I don't think that's a bulletproof design choice, but I can sort of understand the logic behind it. Okay, that Millwood Knight with the axe, with a battle axe, he is far enough away that I feel okay doing this. That drops you down to the very bottom. What I don't want to do is fight him while this shit under my feet is going on. That guy that you could see off in the distance by the cave entrance, he's got a weapon art that is pure fuckery. It's just straight up nonsense. I'm gonna try something new here. I'm gonna try to fight him in the cave. What normally happens is I wind up fighting that patrol with the earth-based firestorm going on under your feet that this guy can cast at any range. Like, once he aggroes onto you, it does not matter how far away from him you are. Oh, shit. This is not a good place to be with this going on. This actually isn't the greatest place to fight him. The camera sucks here, and it's hard to get around. And if I create too much distance, he does the earth shake. And in the cave, that's actually devastating. Damn. I thought this might be a good idea, but not enough space to maneuver. Yeah, I normally wind up fighting that patrol with the earthquake going on, and it just makes that kind of tedious. But we do get the Earthseeker in the cave right behind him. This large twin-bladed axe forged with bronze as a ceremonial weapon normally used in sacred rites. Millwood is a land of primitive earth worship where chieftain knights served as high priests. I like this. Amid all the enemies they just kind of spam at you in this level, there are a few encounters that are pretty well thought out, and I think this is one of them, because you have to pick between fighting the battle axe knight with ground-based bullshit going on under your feet, or the other guy using the weapon art without alerting the patrol. You have to find a way to do that. And on a first go, you have to parse things out on the fly after getting the rug literally pulled out from under you with the snowdrift. So you have to really think and make a strategic decision really quickly. I think it's one of the better thought out encounters in the snowy pass. Also, I dropped the wrong spot. I think you're supposed to keep going left around here. Since we got the Earthseeker, there actually is one more thing I want to do. I believe I missed an item. Let's see. We're going to come left around here. Oh no, the thing that I'm thinking of is a little bit further ahead. Okay. I didn't miss what I think I did. We stab the wolf before it gets to happen. Oh no, neither of them did. It's okay. I'll trade the hit just to make sure that I started the attack up before they could even get the chance to howl. Careful. Thank you. Thank you, shitty AI. As smart as those wolves are, they cannot handle cliff sides. They are worse with narrow cliff paths than I am. God, that's an amazing L1 combo. We get the Follower's Torch. An offensive torch used by the Farron followers provides light and doubles as a weapon. Some forms of the Abyss manifest as pus within the body, treated from ancient times with fire. Sounds a little Bloodborne-y. Also makes reference to the pus of man and confirms their abyssal nature. But yeah, we finally have a proper torch weapon. It's been so long. I wish I could have had that when I was doing my torch run in Bloodborne. And here we go with the howling. Oh, bye. Bye-bye. Luckily, there aren't many wolves left, so the howling didn't attract too many. That's a super good combo. I just wish the weapon art on the crow quills were better. That's my only niggling complaint about them. The weapon art is just where you throw one of the knives or the kunai. And it's extremely situational. We have a red-eye Millwood archer up here. Again, this pass has the same problem as the cave. doesn't leave you a lot of room to dodge or to try to circle around. His AoE attacks are a problem in that narrow an area, so if I can fight him out here, I might have a slightly better chance. And no, it's still bad. Yeah, the camera gets a little sketchy in such a confined space, so we're gonna grab the thing he was guarding and hightail it, Smokey. And of course, he is guarding the weapon that he's using. Nice little ongoing trend that gives us a good chance to bypass him. Bye-bye. And when the coast is clear... Oh, shit. This is all sorts of bad. Archer with an exploding arrow on a cliffside. With a battle axe Millwood Knight accompanying him. Fuck that. We'll read that description when we have a safe moment. Also, don't forget to kick this other tree down. It just leads you back to the last spot where we opened up a shortcut. So now we have a more or less straight line from the bonfire across two really large gaps to get to back to where we need to be. And where that is through this kind of rickety-looking mine shaft. Oh, you're still following? Shit. There's quite a bit to do down here in this filthy room inhabited by a lot of man-sized flies. But we are gonna ignore that for a little bit just so I can open up one final shortcut. And since the coast is clear, a stone hammer wielded by the Millwood Knights with a head of naturally formed stone. I hear him coming. The Knights of Millwood would fight hand in hand with the earth itself, and this weapon among the oldest in the all Millwood is symbolic of that relationship. Did I actually make it up the stairs? I heard it vomiting at me. No, okay, we're good. I think. Yeah, okay, whatever. The flies aren't actually very dangerous. So we open this door up. Where do you think this door leads? Well, it leads us back to the chapel, so everything is now connected. More or less the entire zone of the DLC, every little area within it is connected. So that's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.